St. Paul Pioneer Press, January 18, 2021. Migrant caravan could pose early test for Biden. Group in Guatemala plans to continue to U.S. By Austin Ramsey, New York Times. Thousands of migrants from Honduras have entered Guatemala and plan to continue north to the United States, potentially posing an early test of the immigration policies of President-elect Joe Biden, who has pledged to ease the Trump administration's restrictions on asylum. After a few hundred people were able to push past the border police Friday, thousands more followed into Guatemala on Saturday. Officials have said that between 7,000 and 9,000 people entered the country, many bypassing coronavirus checks. The government of Guatemala said that it regrets this violation of national sovereignty and calls on Central American governments to take action to avoid putting their inhabitants, as well as the communities through which these people pass, in danger in the face of the pandemic. The migrants are expected to face continued obstacles along their route. Guatemalan authorities set up checkpoints, blocked parts of the caravan not far from where it entered Guatemala, and could begin returning some of the migrants home by bus, the Associated Press reported. Mexican authorities have posted additional troops and immigration officers along the country's southern border in anticipation of the caravan. In our national territory, we have to guarantee orderly, safe, and regular migration with respect for human rights and humanitarian policies, Francisco Garduño Yáñez, head of Mexico's National Immigration Institution, said in a statement Friday. Members of the group told reporters they were driven to escape crime, poverty, and homelessness exacerbated by the pandemic and 2 hurricanes late last year. We have nothing to feed to our children, and thousands of us were left sleeping on the streets, Maria Jesus Paz, a mother of 4 children, told the Reuters news agency. She said her family had lost their home in the storms, forcing them to flee. This is why we made this decision, even though we know that the journey could cost us our lives, she added. The back-to-back hurricanes that hit Central America in November destroyed livelihoods in a region that was already facing an economic crisis, and where the incomes of thousands of families had already been seriously reduced due to the pandemic, the International Committee of the Red Cross said Saturday. The Trump administration made a series of deals with Mexico and Central American countries to bar migrants from reaching the United States. Mark Morgan, acting Commissioner of Customs and Border Protection, said Saturday that Guatemala was continuing to enforce that agreement. Guatemala continues to support the regional alliance committed to safe, orderly, and legal migration and protect public health during the global pandemic, Morgan said on Twitter. Guatemala's immigration agency is already returning caravan members to Honduras after they illegally entered Guatemala. During the presidential campaign, Biden has said he would move quickly to undo the tougher restrictions on asylum enacted by the Trump administration, which disqualified people who did not seek protection on their way to the United States and forced asylum seekers to wait in Mexico. On his first day in office, Biden plans to ask Congress for a broad overhaul of immigration laws. That proposal, which will be unveiled Wednesday, includes a path to citizenship for 11 million immigrants living in the United States illegally, aid for damaged Central American economies, and plans to help people fleeing violence. Last month, Biden, in an effort to avert a rush for the border, cautioned that changes to immigration policy could not be put in place immediately after he takes office, and that his administration would need probably the next 6 months to develop a more humane policy for processing migrants.